Anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Of course there is. We're going to have a ton of check-ins for tonight's net. Hello everybody, my name is Carlos, N1CBM, and I'll be the moderator for tonight's net, number 132, the Youth Net on the ECR. 17 October 2025, and we have quite the lineup for you. Two of the bestest and greatest controllers the ECR has to offer. Grayson will take the first half hour for the net from 8 to 8:30. He's KG4BUT, and Ivan, KE2EGF, will close it from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. A couple of announcements here. The text line, it's open for your text check-ins. You want to avoid the pileups, you can do it through 716-317-9050. And if you're keen on email, you can go through text@ecr.radio. Remember, no in and outs on this one. We'll get your call signs in the log. Miss Vicky is manning the logs tonight. KE8VKY, as always, keeping us out of trouble. Thank you, Vicky, for that. And for the question of the day, or question of the night, at what age did you get into ham radio? Pretty easy one. Get us your stories. Now, we have a few text check-ins, but we're going to take mobile check-ins. Mobile check-ins for YouthNet tonight. Come twice as slow, please. Come on, everybody. Don't be shy. Let's get your call signs into the log. Anybody, anywhere? Mobiles? Mobiles? Alright, we hear someone trying to check in. It seems like you're in the fringe of the repeater here. Let's try again one more time to see if we get you in a better spot.
I am a youth. Hello. W9DDO, Lee in Delaware.
KQ4UPK, Chris in Hollywood, Florida. KQ4UPK, Chris in Hollywood.
W2, SAL Mobile. Alright, let's get the general check-ins. General check-ins now for the YouthNet tonight. Twice and slow, please.
Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor. Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, Chris.
Alright, let's work with this list we got here. Recognizing from the bottom up. KB8PLV, Chris. W2SAL, Sal. KQ4UPK, Chris. W9DDO, Lee. N0XRG, Ronald, you're new to the system. N6QDY, David. KQ8U, Bob. AI5YA, Chris. And AK4G, Jim from Jacksonville. Now I'm going to send it over to Grayson. So he's going to take this list, and this is Carlos, N1CBM. I'm going to send it to Grayson.
Howdy, thanks, Carlos. Yeah, here we go. Alright. 3D9 video, Lee from Boyd, Stillwell. W9 DDO, Lee from Bladesdale, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. I was actually just getting ready to walk back into work. But I'm here, Lee in Delaware, W9 DDO.
Alrighty. Question of the night is, at what age did you get into ham radio?
I was almost today's age to get into ham radio. Actually, I've only been a ham radio, had a ham radio license for about 6 months now, and I'm 52.
Okay. Some police silly. Quite the big age gap between me and you guys. I was, I believe, 8 or 7 when I first got into ham radio. Well, yeah, 52. That's like a 4-year age gap. Simply too early. Next up, W2SAO, South Peak, Chinaga, New York.
Good evening, Jason and Carlos. I got a triple header today. I got the morning brew, I got the second cup, and now I got the Usenet. The first time I've done all three. I got my ticket to 12 years ago, 14 years ago, so I'll say I was 50 plus, 50 plus. With you, I'll send it back to you, Mr. Grayson. You have a great evening, and good luck tonight. And the rest of the net controllers, and Carlos, we'll talk to you soon. W2SAL, back to net control.
Howdy, some please to you, Sal. Next up, but you have 15 check-ins, Sal. Alright, next up, AK4G, Jim from Jacksonville, Florida. You have 20 check-ins.
Excuse me. Good evening, Grayson, and everyone on the Usenet. I was first licensed in 1991 at the age of 32 as a technician. I'm 66 now, so that makes me a ham for the last 34 years. I guess that officially makes me old. Hope everybody has a super fantastic weekend, and we'll talk to everybody next week. 7-3 for now from AK4G.
Some please, Jim. Next up, AI5YA, Twist from Andrew, Texas. You have 3 check-ins.
Good afternoon, Grayson and everybody else on the net. Alpha India 5, Yankee Alpha in Andrews, Texas. I was originally licensed in 2001 at the 80. That was a Tech Plus, and then I upgraded to General, I don't remember when, and then eventually upgraded to Extra. Now I am 3 with an extra, amateur extra ticket, so it's been a few years, I guess. Anyways, I hope to see you back on the net sometime soon. Alpha 85, Yankee Alpha, Andrews, Texas.
Alright, Chris. Yeah, I'm doing the net almost every single week. So, yeah, I'll see you next week, Chris. Next up, KQAU, Bob from Esco Smith again. You have 66 check-ins.
Evening, Grayson, and the rest of the Usenet. I've been licensed for 20 years. I was 45 years old when I started in ham radio. You guys are doing a great job. Have a good weekend. KQ8U back in that.
742 Bob. Next up, N6QDY. David from Sacramento, California. You have 15 check-ins.
Sorry about that, Ivan. Grayson. And hello, Ivan, and everybody else in the Zoom room. Man, I had to use my abacus. Let's see, how old was I? I think I was 26. I was 26 years old. Been a ham for quite a few years. So, anyways, hey, thanks for doing what you're doing. Great job. And we'll turn it back to net control. N6QDY.
Alrighty, 73C David. Next up, N0XLG. Ronald from Baytown, Texas. You check-in.
Hey, Roger, Grayson. Hey, thank you, Ivan, also for being the best net controls anywhere. You got NOXRG, Stroke, Victor, Oscar 1. I'm operating out of St. John's, Newfoundland this week, so by way of Baytown, Texas. Did a POTA activation on St. John's or Signal Hill today, which was kind of neat, pretty neat significance in the land of telecommunication and radio. Anyway, so I got my license a little over a year ago, about a year and a half. I waited a long time. I was 54 when I got my ticket. So thanks for running the net. Back to you.
Alright, 73 to you, Lee. Wait, hold on. Yeah, 73 to you. No, not, hold on. Not Lee, Ronald, I meant, sorry. Next up, KQ4, UPK, Chris from Hollywood, Florida. You have 19 check-ins.
Hey there, Grayson. Hey, Carlos, everybody on the net. This is Chris, KQ4 UPK. I've only been licensed a little bit over a year, and it's been phenomenal, and I've learned so much. And so, yeah, just a little bit over a year, and loving every minute of it. Back to you, Net Control. Grayson, awesome job. KQ4 UPK, back to you.
Chris, at what age did you get into ham radio?
What age? Right around 41 years old. Started listening, and yeah, that's the age I started. Back to you, Grayson. KQ4 UPK.
Alright, some please to you, Chris. Next up, KD8. Chris from Novi, Michigan. Yeah, 16 check-ins.
Good evening, Grayson, Ivan, Carlos. Thanks for running the net. I've been licensed since I turned 23. That's in Bowling, Indiana, but I had a long gap in the station. I didn't spend much time on the radio, and I'm glad to get back into it. Glad to hear that young voices are getting back into it too. Glad to hear all that you're doing here. This is KBATLB back in that.
Some please to you, Chris. Next up, N3DQD, right from Beaver, Pennsylvania. You have 16 seconds.
Good evening, Grayson. N3DQD here. Well, good evening to you and to everybody else here in the Zoom room and on the net. I was first licensed when I was 22. I let the license expire and I had the retest when I was 29, so I've kept it ever since. Back to net, this is M3DQD.
From Free Seaway. Next up, K2 EDS, Mark from Emma, New York.
Evening, Grayson, Ivan, and the rest of the group. I was at the age of 29 years old in 1991. That was my original ticket. So 29 years old. You guys are doing a great job. Have a good evening. KE2EDS.
See you, Mark. Next up, AI5Y8. Andrew Trust, Texas, now we forgot to get your answer, so can go. AI5Y8, Chris, are you with us still? Chris, if you're all listening, we see you. Next up, K2 CMT, Mike from DB4, you have 44 seconds.
Well, thank you, Grayson. And Ivan, good to see you here this evening as well. I got license is the best way of putting it. I got licensed when I was 67 years old. As I signed up for Social Security first, then I went and got a ham license. This is Mike, K2CMT, back to net control.
Listen please to Mike. Next up, KJ4LJX, Wax from Crystal River, Florida. You have 2 seconds.
Good evening to you, Grayson, and you're doing such a wonderful job. I want to say it was 46 or 47. I don't know exactly. I had actually studied back when I was in the military and built a code key oscillator and was studying Morse code back when that was still required. But I had to study for another military rank and I dropped it. So 46 or 47. Back to you guys.
Some freeze to some freeze. Next up, T88 BYU, Wolves, Basketball, New York. You have 80 seconds.
Evening, Grayson, everyone on the YouthNet, KA8 BYU. I was 25 when I got licensed, and now I'm 72. So I'm coming up on 48 years. And I've been actually involved in radio since I was 18 in other services and that. So quite a long while, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm glad you guys are getting involved, and I hope you have as long a career and hobby as I do with it. Back to you.
Some freeze to you, boy. Next up, 88. 88. Bonnie from Ohio.
Well, good evening, Grayson, to you and everyone on the net. You're doing a great job. I was let's see, I must have been 36 when I was first licensed. That was in 1995, and I've been licensed for 30 years. So I was interested much earlier than that because my dad was a ham, but I just didn't, for some reason, I didn't get my first license until the year after my dad passed away. So, but I started and went to extra in less than a year. So that's my story, and I'll turn it back to you on which of 73. Hey, WI.
Alrighty, some police Bonnie. You have 9 check-ins, by the way. Next up, KFPS, 5 from Greenville, Nevada. You have 30 feet. No, you have 4 check-ins.
Well, under that call, my new call sign, that's true. Anyway, hello Grayson and everyone on the net. Mike got me beat in Florida, but I was 63 whenever I got my license, and that was just 2 years ago. Anyway, K7 FPS, back to net.
Alright, some police to Flood. Next up, K2 EGF, Ivan from Gasport, New York. Yeah, 30 feet seconds.
Good evening, Grayson. To answer the question, I got into ham radio when I was 10, got licensed when I was 10, and yeah, I'm trying to think here. So yeah, when I was, actually I should say I got into it when I was 9, I got licensed when I was 10. Yeah, W2SAL was one of the guys that actually got me into ham radio. That was at a Skywarn training there. Him and a couple of other guys from the Lancaster club there invited me to go tour their club. It's pretty cool, and I never thought that would actually be coming back to that club in a couple of months to go see it. So, yeah, that definitely a pretty cool thing. That was really crazy when I walked back into that club. Never thought I would do that. So, yeah, let's see here. Actually, tomorrow will be my official 1 year of being a ham. So we have to host like a birthday party or something. Anyways, I'm going to say 73s, guys. Have a good one. 73s, this is K2HF, back to net control.
Jesus, David. Yeah, we'll okay, I do have Joda that's going on tomorrow, so I'm gonna be putting out the Boy Scouts tomorrow, so I might not be able to attend. So if we see see you in approximately like less than 10 minutes. Next up, beautiful FOL, Joe from Toronto, Florida. You have 20 free seconds.
Well, good evening, good Grayson. Good job on the net this evening. You're gonna have to, you're making me do math at past 8 o'clock. I don't do math really good, and I haven't done it since high school. Just kidding. I would have been 38. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Joe, K4 Alpha R.
Oh yeah, some police do Joe. It's kind of crazy because like, oh yeah, because teachers would be like, no, yeah, y'all won't always have a calculator in your pockets. Guess what? We have phones now. We have access to the entire world knowledge and a single thing that can fit in your pocket. Some police do. Next up, Katie Free, AJN. Anna from Beeville, Pennsylvania.
Good evening, Grayson and Ivan and everybody else in the Zoom room tonight. I don't know if you want to know how old I am and how old I was when I got my license, which was last year. I'm pretty old, but I'm 68, and you're never too late to get a license. KD3 AJN.
faithful. So please, Deanna. Next up, WB1DXN, Dylan from Epsom, New Hampshire.
Hello, Grayson, and the rest of the youth crew. I licensed probably when I was about 22, so that's about 60 years ago that I first got my license. I was in California at the time. I'm not 100% sure that this was the suffix, but I had the WN6GJS. So back then they had novice licenses, and eventually I moved to New Hampshire, and then got I got upgraded to technician and general, and then and then eventually to advanced. So that's my career so far in radio, ham radio. Thank you for being there, and take care. WB1DXN.
Simply to Dill. Next, I hand it back over to Carlos to call for more check-ins, and this is probably gonna be my last time talk. 827, 3 more months until Ivan takes over me. So yeah, I'll see y'all next week.
All right, Grayson, a great job right there. See, guys, I told you, these kids are the bestest and greatest the ECR has to offer. Thank you, Grayson. That was a great first round of check-ins. Now, let's keep these moving. Let's keep these moving and keep having fun. You see what happens when you all guys check in. We have a ton of fun. Let's do it again. Let's do the second round of check-ins for the YouthNet number 132. Mobile check-ins. Let's see if there's anybody mobile out there who wants to check in tonight. Call signs twice, please.
Bravo 9, Charlie Sierra Papa, WB9 CSP, Mobile, Richard Terrace, Texas. Kilo Charlie 5, Charlie Zulu X-ray, KC5CZX.
KR4COH, Kilo Romeo 4, Charlie Oscar Hotel. No traffic, IO in and out. Top of the evening to all. W2KJV, W2KJV.
All right, folks, let's keep them coming. Let's keep them coming. General check-ins, general check-ins. Anybody who'd like to check into the YouthNet, come on now, please. Call signs twice.
Kilo Echo 9, Delta Fox Fox. Kilo Echo 9, Delta Fox Fox.
Zero Golf India Sierra, Kilo 0 Golf India Sierra.
N2BH, N2BH.
Zero Echo 4, Mike Sierra Mike. KE4 MSM. Yankee Bravo Sierra. Victor Alpha 3, Yankee Bravo Sierra.
WB2JPQ, WB2JPQ. W8BPD, Whiskey 8, Bravo Pop. WD5DON.
WD5DON. No, you got me before. Kilo 1, Lima, November, Charlie. Code 4, Fort Lauderdale.
Right, that's a great list right there. Thank you very much, folks, for that. From the bottom up, I need to clarify the last one. I think it's Kilo November Charlie or something like that. Can you just verify that for us?
November, Charlie, portable 4. I'm in Fort Lauderdale.
Alright, you're keen on talking too fast. Your prefix is getting cut out. Can you come with your call signs twice, please?
Kilo 1, Lima, November, Charlie. Kilo 1, Lima, November, Charlie, portable 4.
Alright, we got you this time, Edwin. Hang tight, we'll come back to you. That was K1 LNC, Edwin, portable 4, WD5DON, done. W8 BPD, Brian, WB2JPQ, the Godfather himself, VA3 YBS, Bill, KE4 MSM, Watch, and 2BH, the man with 2 Harleys, Bill, K0 GIS, Danny, KE9 DFF, Even, W2KJV, Tony from Homosassa, KR4COH, Hector, KQ4 GLY, Chris, KC5CZX, Daryl, WB9CSP, Richard. And Vicky, I'm going to use this opportunity to put in my response to the question 16. This is Carlos, N1CBM. I'm going to send it over to Ivan, KE2EGF. He's going to take you for the latter half of the hour. Ivan, you have it.
Thanks, Carlos. Yeah, alright. The question tonight is, at what age did you get into ham radio? Now, for it, we're not necessarily taking when you got into it, it's when you got licensed. So, I should change it up. It's what age did you get licensed into ham radio? Alright, first up, we're going to go down to WB9CSP, Richard in Paris, Texas. Please come now.
WB9CSP. Yeah, I got licensed back in 2006 at the age of 12, and this is my second time being a ham, and I finally also upgraded to general this time, so pretty happy with it. Back to net, WB9, Chicago style pizza.
Roger that, roger that. I like the way that your phonetics for your suffix there, Richard. Anyway, 73, Northwest side down to KC5CZX, Daryl in Lubbock, Texas. Please come now.
Well, good evening, everybody. KC5CZX, and I've been a licensed ham for 32 years. So back to that, KC5CZX.
Yeah, roger that, Daryl. We need your age, please. We need your age. Can you come back with your age?
Well, sir, I am 60 years old. In about a couple of months, I'll be turning 61.
So would that, I'm sorry about that, would that make it so you got, what age did you get licensed at? I'm sorry, what age did you get licensed at?
I was 23 years old, 23 years old.
Roger that, I copy 23 years old. Alright, 73, Daryl. Now we're going to pass on down to KQ4GLY, Chris in Parrish, Florida. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan, Grace, and everyone on the net. I was 60 years old when I got licensed.
Roger that. Alright, 73 is Chris. The question tonight is, what age did you get licensed into ham radio? Now we're going to pass on down to KR4COH. I'm sorry, you were out there. Anyways, now we're going to pass on down to W2KJV. Tony in Homestead, Florida. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan, and everyone on the Usenet tonight. I was 40 years old when I got licensed. Back to you, Ivan. Everyone have a great night. W2KJV.
Roger that, Tony. 73. So we're going to pass on down to KE9DFF. Evan in Milton, Wisconsin. Question tonight is, what age were you when you got licensed into ham radio?
Good evening, Ivan, and everybody along the road tonight. I'm 43 years old, and believe it or not, I've only been a ham for 170 days, so very new to all of this. KE9DFF.
Where's that? KE9DFF. We need your age, please. Your age that you got licensed. Oh, my bad. I think you said 43 there. Am I correct?
You are correct. I did say 43. KE9DFF.
Yeah, roger that. Sorry about that. Now we're going to send on to K0GIS. Danny in Nebraska City, Nebraska.
Yeah, yes, good evening. I was 52, like 4 years ago when I got my technician license and went to General about 4 months later, back to net.
Alright, roger that, Danny. Now we're going to send on to N2BH, November 2. Bravo Hotel. Bill in Palmyra, New York. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan. You guys are sounding good. I'm feeling kind of bad now. I got my license at 66 and 2BH.
Hey, Bill, that just took our average right up there. Anyways, 73's Bill. I got sent down to KE4MSM. Waj, I don't know if I pronounced your name right. Waj in Winter Springs, Florida.
Good evening, Ivan. Yeah, it's pronounced Woj, like Wojahoewitz on Barney Miller. I guess some people may know who that was, but I don't know if you ever watched the show. But anyway, to answer the question, I got my license when I was 31 years old, going back to 1994. KE4MSM, back to you.
Right, well, thanks for the answer there. 73. Now I got signed up to VA3. YBS. Bill in Dunville, Ontario, Canada. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan. It's so good to hear you young people on the radio. I got my license earlier this year, about 4 months ago. It was about 2 weeks after my birthday, and I turned 73. So I was licensed at the age of 73, and it's kind of an inside joke whenever I say goodbye to somebody on the radio. I'm just telling them my age when I say 73. So 73 to you, and back to the net. This is VA3, YBS.
That Bill, sorry about the delay there. I'm just waiting for my alternate to stop identifying there. So yeah, 73. Now we're going to send down to WB2, JPQ, Dick in Eden, New York. Please come now.
Well, good evening, Ivan, Grayson, Carlos, Vicky, and everybody. I was licensed at 13, many decades ago. 13 years old. Keep up the good work. This is WB2JPQ.
73 Vic, nice to hear you on as always. Now we're going to send down to W8 BPD, Brian in Warren, Michigan. Question my is, you get licensed. Please come now.
Good evening to Ivan, Grayson, Vicky, and Carlos. Thanks for running the net. I was actually licensed just about a year ago when I was 59 years old. Back to net control, W8 Bravo Papa Delta.
Alright, roger that, Brian, 73, so we're going to send down to WD5, DON. Don, by the way, Don, I really like your vanity there. I've seen some people that have done that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Wish I had a 3-letter name like that where I could put it right in there, but anyways, we're going to send down to Don in Corpus Christi, Texas. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan and to Grayson, the rest of the guys here. Doing a bang-up night, Ivan. I was licensed at 21 years old, and that's been a long time ago. I think I've been a ham a long time now. I'm 69, so it's been a while. And believe it or not, that is surprisingly not a vanity call. It just so happened to work out that way. So what are the odds? Back to you, sir. 73 WD5 DON.
Yeah, roger that, Don, roger that. That's very surprising. I have actually never heard of that happening before, where you just get the call sign that you like as a vanity, but, yeah, I don't know if you wanted that as a vanity, but that's pretty cool. Anyways, I'm president down to K1 LNC Edwin in Red Oak, Georgia. Please come now. By the way, I see that you're new to the system. Welcome.
Roger that. Thank you. Call sign 31 Lima November Charlie. I'm actually quoting at 4 now, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I was first licensed when I was 11 years old, and I had the same call sign for 6 years. 77. I've also been licensed under the 3 November Charlie X-ray, 00. I operated American Automobile and for the Pacific Station in the Bahamas.
Roger that, Edwin. 73, sorry, guys, I'm down to N1 CBM. I think you could call check-ins for us for like the last time. And the next time we call check-ins, probably just be in and out. So, anyways, we're going to pass on down to N1 CBM. Carlos, please call for some more check-ins for me. Really like to get some more check-ins for this net. We're running pretty low here.
Good job, Ivan. Great deal for that second round of check-ins. Let's see if we can get the third one going and still have fun in this last 16 minutes of the net. Anyone, anywhere for the youth net number 132. Let's keep those numbers up. Let's keep the fun in the high levels. Please come now with your call signs twice. 5 Yankee Alpha, Alpha India 5 Yankee Alpha recheck.
KO4 CLD, KO4 CLD.
VE5QU, VE5QU.
Kilo Echo 4.
Kilo Echo 2, Echo Hotel India.
Kilo Echo 4 Oscar Lima Golf. Kilo Echo 4 Oscar Lima Golf.
them rolling, guys. Anybody, anywhere, check-ins for the Usenet.
KP3 VPK, KP3 VP. And 1 YKT, and 1 YKT.
Right, any in and outs? Any in and number 132, 17 October 2025. Coming out, please. In and outs. Okay, reminder for you out there, the text line 716-317-9050, or if you want to use the email, also through your phone, text at ecr.radio. Remember guys, no in and outs for this type of check-ins. This is Carlos, N1CBM, and along with Vicky on the logs, KE8VKY, we're here on the Usenet number 132 for 17 October 2025. I want to send it back to Ivan, KE2EGF, for this list. And before doing that, I'm going to recognize N1YKT, Johnny, KB3 BPK, Mary, KE4 OLG, Mark, KE2 EHI, Joe, VE5QU, Randy, KO4 CLD, Micah, and Chris with a recheck in AI5YA. You have it, Ivan.
Roger that, Carlos. Yeah, thanks. We really need some more check-ins here. We're only at 42, so once I'm done with this, we better get some more check-ins, or else we're going to be at like a record low. Anyways, with that, we're going to pass that down to AI5YA, Chris in Andrews, Texas. Question tonight is, at what age did you get licensed? Please come now.
Was switching over to my All-Star, and you had called me back, and I believe it was the other gentleman, and so I was just responding to your call about 10 minutes ago.
What do you mean there? It's your turn to call in and answer the question. Question tonight is, at what age did you get into ham radio? Wait, did I pass them down to K1 LNC? My bad. We're passing down to AI5YA, Chris in Andrews, Texas. Did I get that for the recheck there?
Yeah, roger that. This is Alpha India 5 Yankee Alpha Andrews. I originally had checked in, and then while I was switching over to a different hotspot, the other young man had tried to call me back about 10 minutes after that. So I was just checking back in to see if there was something you needed.
Right, I don't know if you've answered the question already, but question tonight is, what age did you get in ham radio? Can you answer that for me?
Roger that. Back in 2001, 19 years old, and then upgraded to general, and then upgraded to advanced, or mature extra. 43 years old now, so 20-something years. Alpha Indy 5 Yankee Alpha, Andrews, Texas.
Sorry for the delay there. Nice to hear you on. I appreciate you coming back there. Even though we had some technical difficulties, I appreciate you coming back. Now we're going to come down to KO4 CLD, Micah in Tuscumbia, Alabama. Please come now.
KO4 CLD here. I was 29 years old about 5 years ago. Time flies when you're having fun. KO4 CLD, back to net.
Alright, 73 is Micah. Alright, now passing it on to VE5QU, Randy and Christopher Lake, Canada. Please come now.
Yeah, good evening, Ivan, and everybody on net. I was 18 years old when I became an amateur radio operator, and I was back in 1980. And then I did my advanced up here in Canada. That's the highest class at 20 years old in 1982. So seen a lot of changes and had a lot of fun. And I got to say, I still love amateur radio just as much as I did when I first got my ticket. Back to you.
Roger that, Randy. You actually kind of sound like our other Randy there, WRBC, except for you just talk a little bit faster. I actually got stuck you there for a second, but yeah. Anyways, I appreciate you checking in. I'm Narcobest on that KE2 EHI show in Westfield, New York. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan in the net. I got licensed at 25 years old. This is KE2 EHI Joe in Westfield, New York, passing it back to net control 7-3 off.
Right, Roger that, Joe, 73, Narcobest on that to KE4 OLG, Mark in Birmingham, Alabama. Please come now.
Yes, I got my license back in 1994. I was 39 years old, and that's been about almost 40 years ago. So it's been a great hobby. Still love it. Thank you for running the net. Good job from KE4 OLG.
Right, 73 Mark. Thanks for checking in with us tonight. Now passing down to KV3 VBK, Marion, Eastern Pennsylvania. Please come now.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I was 47 when I got my license. And a few years later, I upgraded, and now I'm an extra, and I'm 61, so enjoying the radio business very much. Back to you, KP3 VPK.
Roger that, 73 is Mary. Now I pass them down to N1 YKT. Johnny in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan, and everyone else on the net. Doing a great job tonight. I was 15 years old when I got my license. N1 YKT.
Alright, 73 Johnny. Now we're passing on down to Carlos, N1 CBM here. We got 5 more minutes here, Carlos. We gotta get some check-ins to recover this net. Get from 42 check-ins all the way up to 50. We need at least 8. Anyways, back to you, Carlos.
Thank you, Ivan. And yes, Houston, we have a problem. We depleted the supply of check-ins for this third round, and we're floating in space with 5 minutes to go, and there's a lot of people out there because I see them in the connections that can check in. Even in and outs will help, but we need 5 or 6 or 7, maybe 10 check-ins to finish this net with a golden ribbon. Let's give the Morning Brew a run for the money with this, guys. Here we go. This is Carlos, N1CBM, opening a new round of check-ins for the Usenet. Please, anybody, anywhere, come now with your call signs twice and slow.
Kilo 7, Tango, Papa Mike. Kilo 7, Tango, Papa Mike.
4 RCS, Kilo Lima, 4 race car series, Kilo 7, Sierra Mike,
KG5, UFR.
Lima, 4 race car series, KL, 4 RCS.
Oscar, November Yankee, IWI.
November 5, Golf India.
Romeo 4,
and
Echo
5,
Golf Charlie.
GI.
Kilo Romeo 4, Echo Golf Charlie.
November. All right, thank you guys for sending us some breathing check-ins here. Early in the check-in process, we have an MN Mike November call sign with a Mike November in it. Can you come back twice and slowly, please?
I believe that was me. Kilo 7, Sierra Mike November. Kilo 7, Sierra Mike November.
All right, we got you this time, Brian. Hang tight. For this list, we got a few check-ins. We're going to start from the bottom up. And to set VN, Alan. W1 RJC, Richard. KR4, EGC. Blaine, you're new to the system. Congratulations. Ivan's going to fill you in. N5 GI, Rick. WK3A, WA, Daryl. KG5, UFR, Jacob. KK7, MSN. Brian, KL4 RCS, Rich, and KK7 TPM, Leslie. This is Carlos, N1CBM for the Usenet number 132, and I'm going to send it back to Ivan. Ivan, you have the con.
Yeah, Roger that, Carlos. I would like to remind everyone that we have like 400 check-in connections on here, and it would be nice if we had at least let's see here. It'd be nice if we had at least a quarter of those check-ins check-in. I promise. Carlos only bites sometimes. Anyways, now I go back and down to KK7 TPM, Leslie in Gresham, Oregon. Please come now.
Ivan, Carlos, and everyone on the net. Yeah, it's Les here in Gresham in Oregon, in the Pacific Northwest. Lovely fall evening here. And yeah, thanks for letting me check in.
Yes, please answer the question here. The question is, what age did you get into ham radio? And I shouldn't say that. What age did you get licensed?
Sorry, I forgot the question. Well, I only got licensed for the first time back in May last year when I was 54 years old. But my interest in radio went way back to when I was in the UK back in the 80s, and I started off in CB. And I always intended to get my ham license, but you know, life and careers and adventures and mountains in fact got in the way. So it was only after 10 years being here in the US that I eventually bit the bullet after years of listening and got my general last year. And so here I am. So yeah, that's me, Les in Gresham, KK7 TPM, and back to you, Ivan.
Actually, Leslie, sorry for the delay there. Just had my note keying up there for its ID there. Anyways, I'm going to pass on down to KL4 RCS, Rich in Wasilla, Alaska. Please come now.
Good evening. Well, I think it's evening. It's evening here, 5 o'clock in the evening in Meadow Lakes, Alaska, KL4 RCS. Doing a great job on the net tonight. Thank you for doing it, hosting it. And that would be 7 years ago for me, so boy, I'm going to have to show my age. 46? Yeah, no, 48, I'm sorry, 48, yeah. I'm 56, somewhere around there. 2017, I got my license. I just need to learn how to add, I guess. Again, thanks for doing the net, KL4RCS, Rich, Meadow Lakes, Alaska.
After that, 73 is Rich. Have a good one. Northwest on to KK7, S-Men, Brian, in Forest Grove, Oregon.
Hey, good afternoon, Ivan. Thanks for doing the net. Yep, I've been around radios pretty much my whole life, using them every day. Got into ham radio and got my license back about a year and a half ago. I was 46 years old, so enjoying it, kind of having fun learning all the different aspects of ham radio now. KK7 SMN, back to net.
This is Brian. Now we're back down to KG4 UFR Jacob in Farmers Branch, Texas.
Well, good evening, Ivan and the rest of the net. The call is Kilo Golf 5, Uniform Fox Romeo, KG5 UFR, but thanks for running the net. It's really nice and it's cool. As far as my net, as far as my licensing date, I was licensed at 31 years of age. Took my tech and my general in both, and since then I've been very diligent in the ham radio. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a hoot, really blast. And my son here, he's actually studying for his tech, so I'm going to break and let him come in for just a quick third-party traffic and tell you about his licensing path. So step by for third-party traffic.
So my dad and I are trying to get my license, and so I can become my technician, so I can at least have a license. So, yeah.
All right, Adam, well, thank you for taking our traffic, and great net. KG5 UFR, back to net control.
Roger that. 33 Jacob there. Have a good one. Northwest on down to not a K call sign. We got a VK3 call sign. VK3 AWA. Daryl in Paradise Beach. That sounds like a nice place. Australia. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan, and those listening. Thanks for running the net. In answer to your question, I was 18 years old when I first got my license, and that was a long time ago. Back to you, Ivan.
Alright, roger that, Daryl. 73 is there. Now we're send down to N5GI. Rick in the Villages, Florida. Please come now.
Okay, thank you, Ivan. Good to be able to check into the Usenet tonight. Beautiful night down here in the Villages, nice and cool. And I first got my novice license back in 1970 when I was 16 years old. So I guess I've been in ham radio now for 55 years and absolutely love it. I love everything about radio. Not only has it been fun, it's been educational, and I built my career on radio, so I have no regrets, but a lot of fond memories. Back to net, this is N5GI.
Alright, 73 is Rick, and Northwest on down to KR4 EGC, Blaine. Who's new to the system? Welcome, Blaine, in Clarksville, Tennessee. Please come now.
This is KR4 GTC. I got my license pretty recently. I was 59 years old, and I'm still 59, so about 5 months ago. Y'all are doing a great job on the net. Really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun to listen to. Back to you, KR4 EDC.
Right, 73 Steve Blaine, thanks for coming. Appreciate you calling here. I'll see you sometime again if you decide to check in again. Our best down to W1 RJC, Richard in East Freetown, Massachusetts. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan and the net. This is Rick here, W1 RJC, and people call me Run, Jump, Catch. If you can't remember my call, we call it a phonetic. Yeah, just on the edge of Freetown, New Bedford, Massachusetts. More, if everybody is familiar with that from the Moby Dick book. That was New Bedford, Mass, the whaling capital of the world. Anyway, I've been licensed for 34 years. I got it at age 11 in 1991, along with my dad. I got my novice with the code, the CW, and then the tech. And I'm currently an amateur extra and a VE. So my first interest in radio was when I was in 3rd grade at age 8. I would talk on back on the CB with my grandmother from my grandfather's car when I used to take violin lessons in elementary school, and that forever got me interested. And really brief, outside ham radio, my career involved broadcasting, including terrestrial radio and internet radio. So anyway, Ivan, you're doing a great job, and I'm glad that we have youth in the hobby. W1RG to net.
Hey, Richard, 73, Northwest Hondaku, N2 is ZVN. Alan there in Kendall, New York, possibly with my Eddie. Please come now, Alan.
Well, good evening, Ivan, and everyone on the net tonight. You guys do a great job, as always, and it's my favorite net besides. Yeah, Maddie's here. She's strapped in the back seat of the truck. We just got back from shopping for Mama's birthday, so we had to cut out and hoping to get back in time. At any rate, let's see. I was 34 when I got licensed, and that was back in 1994. So I guess that kind of shows my age. At any rate, fantastic job, guys. 7-3 and 2 ZVN.
First Dale and 73, nice to hear you on here. I think we'll pass on down to Carlos here. Have him stay as the last 73s. I don't know if he wants to call for any more in and outs. But guys, I really appreciate the comeback there at the end. We got from all the way to 36 check-ins all the way up to 51. We did pretty good, guys. I appreciate it. This was actually a pretty good net for check-ins. So anyways, we got to down to Carlos, still stays 73s, and if he wants, call for some in and outs. And then hope that's back to me so I can say 73s and with the stats. Alright, we're going to pass on down to you, Carlos. N1CBM, this is KE2 EGF.
Thank you, Ivan. Great job. Yourself and everybody else who came in and jumped in at the last minute to save us from being stranded in space. We have plenty of fuel. We came back to Earth, no problem. But let's see if we have in and outs. Anybody out there who wants to be in and out and put in the history books for net number 132. In and outs for UTNet number 132, please. Come now. Kilo 1, please, on November Charlie 4 questions.
KJ5 MLZ, KJ5 MLZ, in and out.
PY2BIL, Papa Yankee 2 Bravo India Lima, in and out.
November 7 Sierra Hotel, in and out.
KA8AX, KA8AE, in and out.
WA2SUM, WA2SUM, in and out.
E8EVX, in and out. KJ5 MSX, in and out.
Okay, we had an EVX call sign there with a suffix EVX. Can you come back and clarify that for us?
Yes, sir. KC8EVX, Kilo Charlie 8, Edward Victor X-ray. Name's Andy.
All right, Andy, we got you this time. Thanks for coming back into this. So this list is all in and out, guys. Thank you very much for populating this last 8 or 10 maybe spots in here. KJ5, MSX, KC8, EVX, WA2SUM, AA8AE, N7SH, PY2BIL, my friend Bill from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Obrigado, KJ5, MLZ, K1LNC with a comment. We'll come back to you in a minute there. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to send it back to Ivan so he can read the stats on the net, and then we'll close it out. And 1CBM, you have it, Ivan. This is your last chance.
Alright, yeah, roger that. Thanks for sending it back to me there, Carlos. Alright, for the answer of the net tonight, actually, okay, sorry, I'm a little mixed up here. Alright, with the check-ins, we had a whopping total of 58 check-ins tonight. I really appreciate it, guys. That's probably a new record. I've actually never seen us get above, like, 52 or 53, so that's pretty cool. It's probably been beaten before, but it would have been before I was around, so. Anyways, let's see here. The age that people answered with the most would be 47, 47. So, if you got a license and you're 47, then you were probably one of the more, how should I say it? You were, when you got licensed, it's a common age to be licensed, I guess. Yeah, and then all the other ones, like, we had 11, 13, 16, 22, 25, 29, 59, 54, 52, 47, 46. Excluding 47 there, those were all at 4%, and then we had 73, the age 73, only one person had that with 2%. Alright, Call District check-ins. Alright, Call Districts 2 and 4 tied it with first place there with 12 check-ins. And then we had Call District number 5, 10. Could drop the mic real quick here. Right, roger that. Let's see here. So, yep, Call District number 5 got second place. I'm honestly not surprised. We have Call District number 8 with 8 check-ins in third place. And Call District number 1 with 6 check-ins in fourth place. Alright, I think that's all of our stats tonight. We don't have as many as I usually see, but that's alright. So anyways, the average for tonight was 35.7. So the average age that a ham will get licensed at is 35.7 years old. That's probably not true, because my whole ham club is, like, average age of 75. But, you know, for the East Coast Reflector, that is true. So, yeah. Average age of a ham, the average age that a ham got licensed, and the East Coast Reflector is 35.7 years old. So, yeah, alright. Well, it was a nice night tonight, nice net tonight. I really appreciate it, guys, with everyone coming in and helping us get our new record of check-ins here. Yeah, I really appreciate it, like I said. I think this is a very nice net. I was looking at it being like our record low, and then all of a sudden it got turned into a record high there. So anyways, I think I'm going to say 73s here. We'll answer Edwin's question at the end of the night here. I'm sure Carlos can clear that up with him. But anyways, this is KU2 EGF. I will be terminating the East Coast Reflector Usenet and returning the East Coast Reflector back to normal amateur use.